Hello, I'm Doge, and welcome to the very first edition of Doge News, where we bring you the latest scoop on movies, games, and world events. Let's start 2020 off with some breaking news. Australia is on fucking fire. Pardon my foul language. The continent of Australia is suffering from a nationwide wildfire, with over 500 million animals and 18 people dead. This grows even bigger concerns over the global climate crisis, which is expected to get worse by 2050. In other news, President Donald Trump launched an attack in Iran which killed Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. Iran has vowed revenge over his death. Many people in the United States fear that this may cause World War III, but fear not, it doesn't seem that likely. Remember, this is the third time that people were freaking out about World War III under Trump. In lighter news, 2020 is expected to be packed with incredible video games. Arriving this January is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind. March sees the release of Final Fantasy VII Remake, Neo 2, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Doom Eternal, and Persona 5 Royal. I didn't even mention the release of the most highly anticipated game of the year, Cyberpunk 2077, which is expected to be released on April 16. Those were just a handful of games to expect in 2020. Well, that's all the time we have. Tune in next time for another edition of Doge News. See you soon. Hello, I'm Doge, and welcome to another edition of Doge News, where we bring you the latest scoop on movies, games, and world events. Let's start off with some breaking news. Disgraced movie mogul, Harvey Weinstein, is facing trial for committing sexual assault against two women, one in 2006, and the other one in 2013. He has been charged with rape and other sex crimes in New York and LA. The history of Harvey Weinstein's sexual assault case goes back to October 2017, when the New York Times and the New Yorker reported that over a dozen women accused Harvey Weinstein of rape, sexual assault, and sexual misconduct for a period of at least 30 years. Since then, over 80 women including Rose McGowan, Eva Green, and Angelina Jolie have accused Harvey Weinstein of sexual misconduct. This in turn started the Me Too movement and started a domino effect which shed light to other actors who have had a history of sexual misconduct in the past. If found guilty, Harvey Weinstein could face 28 years or life in prison. We'll update you more on this story as it progresses. In other news, Christian Bale, most known for his Batman role in Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, is reportedly in talks with Marvel Studios to join the cast of Thor: Love and Thunder, which is expected to release on November 5, 2021. Marvel fans theorize that he'll take on the role of Beta Ray Bill, the legendary rival turned ally to Thor, the God of Thunder. We'll hear more about the movie when it releases next November. Speaking of movies, let's check out the most anticipated movies of 2020. Starting in January is Dolittle, which stars former Iron Man star, Robert Downey Jr. In February, Margot Robbie stars once again as Harley Quinn, in DC's Birds of Prey, and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Sonic the Hedgehog makes his cinematic debut on Valentine's Day, and in March, Marvel stars Chris Pratt and Tom Holland star in Pixar's Onward. April sees the release of No Time to Die, the 25th Bond film, with Daniel Craig reprising his role as James Bond. And on May 1st, Scarlett Johansson once again stars as Black Widow in her first solo film. Those are just a handful of movies to expect in 2020. Well, that's all the time we have. Tune in next time for another edition of Doge News. See you soon. Hello, I'm Doge, and welcome to another edition of Doge News, where we bring you the latest scoop on movies, games, and world events. Let's start off with some breaking news. Neil Peart, former legendary drummer and lyricist for Canadian rock band Rush, passed away at age 67, after a long battle with brain cancer. Peart was regarded as one of the greatest drummers in rock history, and was inducted in the Modern Drummer Hall of Fame in 1983, making him the youngest to do so. Peart will be remembered for his amazing prowess, and will forever be missed. In other news, after surviving 150 million years, the Chinese paddlefish, one of the largest freshwater fish, has recently been declared extinct. The cause of their extinction can be traced to overfishing and habitat fragmentation, which led to the decline of the paddlefish in the late 1970s. Truly a sad day for the animal kingdom. One last bit of news for today. Scientists have recently discovered that Jupiter, the fifth planet from the Sun, has been throwing asteroids towards Earth. And since we're on the subject of space, let me show you where we filmed this show. We've been filming Doge News in space this whole time. This is our ship, the intergalactic cringe spaceship. We hope you stick around on our journey in space. Well, that's all the time we have. Tune in next time for another edition of Doge News. See you soon. Hello, I'm Doge, and welcome to another edition of Doge News, where we bring you the latest scoop on movies, games, and world events. Let's start off with some breaking news. Sony will once again not attend the upcoming Electronic Entertainment Expo, otherwise known as E3. This comes to a surprise to many after Sony announced their upcoming PlayStation 5 console. This also raises questions about the relevancy of E3 as a whole, since many companies like Nintendo are opting for more direct live stream presentations. It is also noted that the information of over 2,000 journalists were doxxed during the event last year, which could also be another reason why Sony is opting out of E3. It is likely that Sony will do its own presentation and will give more information on the PlayStation 5 fairly soon. In other news, Square Enix has delayed two of their upcoming games, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Marvel's Avengers. The Final Fantasy VII Remake has a new release date for April 10, while Marvel's Avengers has been delayed to September. Let's hope that both games do their best at delivering a quality experience. One last bit of gaming news for today. On January 16, Masahiro Sakurai, creator of the Super Smash Bros. Series, has announced that he will be live streaming and revealing the fifth DLC fighter in the Smash Bros. Fighter Pass. Many Smash fans believe that Dante of the Devil May Cry series will be the next fighter, after the Devil May Cry Twitter page posted this tweet, saying that they also have something to show on the 16th. We'll update you more on this story after the live stream. Well, that's all the time we have. Tune in next time for another edition of Oh shit, I'm in big trouble. Well, it was a nice life. Oh my god. I'm still alive. Where am I anyway? You there, did you pull me out of that ship?
Yems.
Well, thank you for getting me out of there. I really thought I was a goner. Guess that's what happens when you put the ship on autopilot. So, what's your name?
Zeems.
Zeems. My name's Doge. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
So Zeems, is there anyone I can talk to who can fix the ship?
Yems. Me.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that you know how to fix a ship? You must be bluffing.
I'm not bluffing. I'll be back with your ship.
Well, I guess while Zeems is fixing the ship, let's start off with some breaking news. Christopher Tolkien, son of legendary author J.R.R. Tolkien, passed away at the age of 95. Christopher was known as an editor for his father's work, those being the Silmarillion. He was also the illustrator for the maps in his father's Lord of the Rings trilogy. Christopher lived an incredible life, and will be forever missed. In other news, Cyberpunk 2077, the most highly anticipated game of 2020, has been delayed to September 17th. CD Projekt Red, the developers behind the game, issued a statement saying that they need more time to polish the game out. Many people must feel disappointed by this news, but as a wise man once said, a delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad. At least that's what I think he said. I'm not really sure. One last bit of news for today. Masahiro Sakurai, creator of the Super Smash Bros. Series, has finally revealed that Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses will be the next fighter, and will be released on the 28th of January. He has also announced that Cuphead will be available as a Mii costume, and has plans for a second Fighter's Pass, with 6 additional fighters in development. Here's to another year of good smashing. I wonder how Zeems is coming along with my ship.
Fixed.
Wow, that was quick. Thanks a lot for your help. You know Zeems, I've been looking for someone to pilot this ship. You must be pretty bored staying on this planet.
Very bored.
How's about you join me? It's the least I can do.
Adventure?
Sure, there's tons of adventure out there.
Yems, I'll go with you.
Great, I've been looking for a partner to tag along with. I'll go start the ship. Welcome aboard Zeems, make yourself at home. There's some snacks in the back room if you're hungry.
Thank you.
Well, that's all the time we have. Tune in next time for another edition of Doge News. See you soon. So Zeems, how's the ship's diagnostics?
Fully functional.
Excellent. Now, begin transmission.
Understood.
Hello, I'm Doge, and welcome to another edition of Doge News, where we bring you the latest scoop on movies, games, and world events. Let's start off with some breaking news. A new respiratory virus called the coronavirus has spread in Washington state and Texas in the U.S. The history of this new virus originated in Wuhan, China, and has been responsible for 540 confirmed cases and 26 deaths in China. The World Health Organization has decided to not declare an outbreak as of yet. We'll update you more on this story as it progresses. In other news, controversial YouTuber, I-XIV, has been accused of allegedly faking his girlfriend's death, after fellow YouTuber, Some Ordinary Gamers, contacted the Toronto police, with no reports of her death. This has resulted in community backlash against I-XIV, since he has been known to upload Ouija board videos of deceased people such as Desmond Amofa and Josie Onfroy. Here is some good news and bad news for Star Wars fans. The good news is, Star Wars The Clone Wars returns for its 7th and final season on February 21st. The bad news is, the Obi-Wan Kenobi series has been put on hold until further notice, with reasons for the delay being with script issues. Hopefully we get to see the show in its full potential, and lastly, there has been rumors that Electronic Arts is developing a remake or reimagining of the 2003 classic, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. If said rumor is true, then let's just hope that there won't be any microtransactions on loot boxes in the game. Well, that's all the time we have. Tune in next time for another edition of Doge News. See you soon. Alright Zeems, you can end the transmission. I'd say that was a good broadcast, wouldn't you agree?
Yems.
Alright, let's get some grub. So, tuna sandwich or leftover steak?
Leftover steak.
Good choice. Hello, I'm Doge, and welcome to another edition of Doge News, where we bring you the latest scoop on movies, games, and world events. Let's start off with some breaking news. NBA star Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna Bryant, along with 7 other passengers, have both tragically died in a helicopter crash near Calabasas, California. Kobe Bryant was known as one of the best players in the NBA, and won 5 championships in his 20-year career with the Los Angeles Lakers. However, in 2003, he was charged and accused of sexually assaulting a 19-year-old hotel clerk, though the charges were later dropped in court. Nonetheless, Kobe Bryant and Gianna Bryant will be forever missed by their friends and family. Here is an update on the Wuhan coronavirus. The World Health Organization has officially declared a global health emergency over the coronavirus, with over 24,000 cases and nearly 500 deaths in China, and 1 death in Hong Kong. The WHO has also warned about the spread of misinformation about the virus, that could lead to xenophobia and racism against the people of China. We'll update you more on this story as it progresses. One last bit of news for today. The Iowa caucus has stirred a lot of controversy, after the results were delayed. The cause for the delay points to the Shadow app, which was created by former staffers for the Hillary Clinton campaign. And as of this video's production, only 71% of the results have been released, with 26% of the vote going to Pete Buttigieg, while Bernie Sanders won the popular vote. From the looks of it, it's beginning to look like another shitshow election season. Pardon my foul language. Well, that's all the time we have. Tune in next time for another edition of Doge News. See you soon. And then the guy says, "Do you not have any phones?"
Very funny.
Which reminds me of another Zeems, did you just hear that?
Yems.
What could possibly make that noise?
Doge, look.
Whoa, what happened there? I don't think I've ever seen a planet that red. Do you think that noise came from there?
Quite possibly.
You want to check it out?
Sure.
Jesus, what happened to this place? Siri, can you give me some information about this planet?
Affirmative. The planet that you are walking on had suffered a devastating catastrophe that led to the extinction of all life. The last human sighting was 4 years ago.
4 years ago? Who, or what could possibly cause this to happen?
The perpetrator, while his identity is unclear, caused the extinction. Many space travelers have named this catastrophe the Third Big Bang.
The Third Big Bang? This still doesn't make sense. How could someone cause this much chaos?
Revenge?
Maybe, but what would he take revenge for? The whole human race? Did he really hate them that much?
Mystery.
A mystery indeed. Zeems, how about you go scope out the place? See if you can find anyone, or anything for that matter.
Will do.
While Zeems is scoping out the place, let's start off with some breaking news. Dan Houser, co-founder and vice president of creativity for Rockstar Games, and also the writer for the Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption series, is leaving Rockstar Games. The news comes from a document by Take-Two Interactive, which talks about his resignation. Many people after hearing the news worry that future Rockstar games, including the highly rumored sixth entry in the GTA franchise, may not be as great after Dan's departure. Let's wish Dan Houser good luck in his next career venture. In other news, Sam Raimi, most known as the director of Evil Dead and the original Spider-Man trilogy, is reportedly in talks with Marvel Studios to direct Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which is expected to release on May 7, 2021. The news comes after Scott Derrickson, the director of the first Doctor Strange movie, left over creative differences. We'll talk more about the movie when it releases next May.
What are we gonna call this guy?
Dr. Octopus.
That's crap.
Science Squid?
Crap.
Doctor Strange.
That's pretty good. But it's taken.
One last bit of news for today. The 92nd Annual Academy Awards recently came to a close, and here are the winners. Joaquin Phoenix won Best Actor for his role in Joker, Renée Zellweger won Best Actress for her role in Judy. Toy Story 4 won Best Animated Feature Film, and Brad Pitt won his first Oscar as Supporting Actor. Parasite went home with the most awards for Best Picture, Best Original Screenplay, Best Director, and Best International Feature Film winner. Congratulations to the winners and nominees.
Congratulations! 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 Congratulations!
Congratulations.
I just heard something again, except now it's more than one voice. You heard it too, didn't you?
Yems.
Did you find anything?
Nope.
Zeems, let's get out of here. This place is giving me the creeps.
Way ahead of you.
Well, that's one place that I ain't going back to.
You said it. I'll be in the cockpit.
Well, that's all the time we have. Tune in next time for another edition of Doge News. See you soon.
気持ち悪い。
Boy, am I sure craving for some nachos. Let's see what I have in the Holy shit. Zeems, we have an intruder.
Stow 'em away.
Who are you, and how did you get in our ship? Most importantly, why are you eating my cheese?
Please, I mean you no harm. My name is Ray Ayanami, and I just needed some food.
Ray, is it? Tell me then, is there anyone else you brought along?
Well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird's a winner, well, a bird. Bird is a winner, well, a bird.
A penguin.
Well, a bird is a winner, well, a bird.
Zeems, could you keep an eye on these two? I got to start the news show.
Sure.
Thanks.
Sit. Stay. Roll over. Good boy.
Hello, I'm Doge, and welcome to another edition of Doge News, where we bring you the latest scoop on movies, games, and world events. Let's start off with some breaking news. Bernie Sanders, Democratic candidate for the 2020 election, has won first place in the New Hampshire primary, with Pete Buttigieg placing in second. However, Andrew Yang, another Democratic candidate, announced that he would end his bid for the presidency. Here's good luck to the candidates in the upcoming Nevada primary. In other news, Matt Reeves, director of the last two Planet of the Apes movies, has officially revealed footage of Robert Pattinson as Batman for the new movie, which is expected to release on June 25, 2021. Plenty of Batman fans have compared the costume to that of Daredevil, since Ben Affleck has played both Daredevil and Batman on screen. We'll talk more about the Batman when it releases next summer. One last bit of news for today. Space researchers have predicted that our sun will destroy our solar system's asteroid belt in 6 billion years. You know, all this talk about the sun being destroyed is giving me some strange déjà vu. Like I've heard of this before. Probably just my dreams. Well, that's all the time we have. Tune in next time for another edition of Doge News. See you soon. Alright, time to check up on Zeems.
Now, roll over counterclockwise. Good boy.
Zeems, what are you doing?
I can't help it. I love eating cheese.
What's this? A letter? To the person reading this, my name is Misato Katsuragi. I'm probably drunk writing this, but if I am to ever die by the hands of someone, or by alcohol poisoning, I want you to take care of my beloved Ben. It would mean a lot to me. Well, that's just great. Well, I can't really kick you out of the ship, so I guess the two of you can stay here, until we find you both a home. Zeems, could you escort these two to their rooms?
Sure.
Wait. I never got your name.
The name's Doge.
Doge. Thank you.
Well, all of my cheese is gone, but at least I still have this record player.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird. Bird's a winner, well, a bird. Bird is a winner.
Alright everyone. We're a bit short on food, so I've given you all an equal amount of Obama coin. Remember, we're here for food and nothing else, so don't go spending crazy. Come back right to this spot once you found something. Oh, one more thing. No chocolate.
Understood.
While they're busy shopping for groceries, let's start off with some breaking news. The Boy Scouts of America, a 108-year scouting organization, has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, listing liabilities of $100 million to $500 million, and assets of $1 billion to $10 billion. This comes after a slew of sexual abuse lawsuits and declining members. I guess on the bright side, the Girl Scout cookie business is thriving, and maybe I'll find some while grocery shopping. On February 20th, 1967, Kurt Cobain, legendary guitarist and frontrunner for rock band Nirvana, was born. Kurt Cobain was regarded as one of the most influential and iconic rock musicians of the 1990s, and as of this video's production, Nirvana's hit single, Smells Like Teen Spirit, has gained 1 billion views on YouTube. However, Kurt suffered from heroin addiction and depression, and on April 8, 1994, Kurt Cobain committed suicide in his home in Seattle. He was only 27 years old. Today, Kurt's music has been an influence and inspiration to many music artists, and will forever be missed. One last bit of news for today. Bernie Sanders, Democratic candidate for the 2020 election, has won the Nevada caucus, as 60% of the results go in favor of Bernie, with 10 delegates and 46% of the vote. Here's good luck to all the candidates on Super Tuesday. Alright, let's see what you all brought.
Hamsburger Helper and Cheems.
I got some orange juice and some bread.
Pen, do you have anything? No, you're not getting beer. I don't care if she let you drink, you're not drinking alcohol on my ship. That's better. Well, that's all the time we have. Tune in next time for another edition of Doge News. See you soon.
Doge, who are you talking to?
Oh, it's nothing.
Grocery store cash register.
Hey Zeems, can I speak with you?
Sure.
Well, it's about our new passenger. Ray, that is. Do you think that she snuck into our ship on that planet we were in?
Quite possibly.
Strange, because we had no sighting of any human life there. Unless there's a possibility that she's not human.
I'm fine. I can't let them know about my past. About what happened there. They wouldn't understand.
Well, I got to start the show. We can talk about this later.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Doge, and welcome to another edition of Doge News, where we bring you the latest scoop on movies, games, and world events. Let's start off with some breaking news. In a surprising turn of events, Joe Biden, Democratic candidate for the 2020 election, has won the most states in the Super Tuesday primary, placing Bernie Sanders in second place. Here are the states in which both candidates won in. As for the other candidates, Pete Buttigieg and Amy Klobuchar ended their presidential bid after the North Carolina primary, and Mike Bloomberg has also ended his presidential bid after Super Tuesday, all three of which have now endorsed Biden. It is unclear if Elizabeth Warren will continue her campaign, as she will be reassessing her campaign after her disappointing results. Here's to good luck to the remaining candidates on the March 10th primary. On March 4, 2000, Sony released their second gaming platform, the PlayStation 2, in Japan, and would later release in North America on October 26 of 2000. The PlayStation 2 was part of the sixth generation of video game consoles, which included the Sega Dreamcast, Nintendo GameCube, and Microsoft's Xbox. PlayStation 2 would become the best-selling console of all time, with over 158 million units sold, and franchises such as God of War, Kingdom Hearts, Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper, and Ratchet and Clank would make their debut on the platform. Let's celebrate 20 years of this amazing console. One last bit of news for today. There has been an outcry by Bernie Sanders supporters after a man waved a Nazi flag and shouted anti-Semitic slurs at a Bernie rally. The man was later booted out of the event. Bernie Sanders has denounced this disgusting act, as Bernie Sanders is of Jewish descent, and many of his family relatives were murdered in the Holocaust. Let's wish Bernie the best of health and the best of luck in the primary. Well, that's all the time we have. Tune in next time for another edition of Doge News. See you soon.
Can you please tell me why we're here?
I've told you before, we are searching for the spawn of Lilith.
Tim, how many times do I have to say this? The spawn of Lilith is not real. It's just some urban myth made up by some tinfoil hat-wearing nutjob online. I've told you to stop obsessing over this. Why can't you go outside and meet a real rat girl like a normal rat?
Shut up, she does exist. If the king believes it, it must be true.
The king believes that beeswax cures typhoid. What makes you think that he's telling the truth about this?
Silence, you mustn't talk ill of the king, or else he'll feed you to Big Chuck.
Yeah, I know, but he can't hear us, can he?
Fair point.
What are you doing?
Searching for footprints. Oh my god, real footprints. See, I told you she's real.
Look, if I help you find this magical girl that doesn't exist, will you please stop talking about it?
Hang on, I'm getting another reading. It looks like someone else has been here. Look, paw prints.
Wait, those paw prints look familiar. Those paw prints can only be from
Spaceman Stan, the legendary outlaw.
No way. You mean, he's returned?
Looks like it, and quite possibly has the spawn of Lilith on board his ship.
Well then what are we waiting for? Let's catch him.
Oh, so now you believe in me?
Just shut up and follow me. We're gonna make the king proud.
Did you happen to see a girl that looked like this?
Grocery store cash register.
So you're saying that one of your employees might know? Alright then, bring one of them here. Now, did you happen to see someone like this girl in blue hair?
As a matter of fact, I have. I saw a blue-haired girl in some school outfit, along with two dogs, one yellow, one green, and I think there was a penguin who was trying to sneak beer.
In which direction did they go afterwards?
I believe they headed eastward.
Thanks. Now then Phil, it's time we catch our prey.
Hello, I'm Doge, and welcome to another edition of Doge News, where we bring you the latest scoop on movies, games, and world events. Let's start off with some breaking news. Joe Biden, Democratic candidate for the 2020 election, has won the most states in the March 10th primary, with Bernie Sanders remaining in second. Here are the states in which both candidates won in. Here's to good luck to the remaining candidates in the March 17th primary. Here is an update on the Harvey Weinstein trial. The disgraced movie mogul has been found guilty of rape and various sex crimes, and will now be serving 23 years in prison. This marks a significant milestone in the Me Too movement, which started after multiple women accused Weinstein of sexual assault. As for what I have to say to Harvey, goodbye and good riddance. One last bit of news for today. For the first time since its inception, the Electronic Entertainment Expo, most commonly known as I-XIV, has officially been cancelled due to concerns of the COVID-19 virus. This comes after Devolver Digital broke the news early, and publishers such as Ubisoft and Microsoft have decided to stream their own digital conferences, much akin to the Nintendo Direct live streams. Here's to better luck next year. Well, that's all the time we have. Zeems, what's going on?
Well, it looks like the legendary outlaw has returned.
Legendary outlaw? I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't be stupid. We know who you are, and we know you have the spawn of Lilith on board.
Spawn of Lilith? Now you're speaking nonsense.
Oh no.
So, she hasn't told you about what happened on that planet?
Holy shit. What is that?
No. This can't be real.
We'll give you 5 seconds to bring her to us, or you will be vaporized for your crimes. Spaceman Stan.
Spaceman Stan. Spaceman Stan is the name of my father. What the hell do you want with him?
Wait, you're his son?
Please stop this.
Ray, what is the meaning of this?
Doge, please, I can explain.
See, I told you she was real.
Well, I'll be damned.
Tell you what, if you give us the spawn of Lilith, we'll leave you alone. How does that sound?
You think that I'm just gonna give you something after you threatened to kill me?
Well, yes.
I'm not gonna be intimidated by anybody, let alone dirty plague rats.
Alright, now you've made it personal.
Wait a minute, where'd they go?
Now then, spawn of Lilith, you're coming.
Oh my god. You killed him. You monster. This is Filth Rat Kingdom. I have found the spawn of Lilith. I repeat, I've found the spawn of oh my god.
Ray, did you just? Was that you?
This is all my fault. I'm sorry.
I should probably check if the ship's okay.
Well, tune in next time for another edition of Doge News. I need to take a rest and think about things. I can't believe that Kroger's literally ratted us out. That's the last time I shop there again. Anyways, how's the ship doing?
Supremely good considering the blast radius.
You know, Ray hasn't been out of her room since our incident with the rats. I'm gonna go see if I can talk to her after the news show.
Sounds good.
Hello, I'm Doge, and welcome to another edition of Doge News, where we bring you the latest scoop on movies, games, and world events. Before we start, I must clarify that future Doge News editions may come out longer than usual. This is mostly due to the recent COVID-19 pandemic, which has led to lockdowns of various states and countries. We hope you understand. Speaking of lockdowns and pandemics, President Donald Trump has recently issued a national emergency, after the World Health Organization declared the COVID-19 virus as a pandemic. The president has also issued a travel ban to 26 European countries as well as the United Kingdom. Globally, there are 700,000 cases, 30,000 deaths, and 160,000 recoveries. Make sure to wash your hands for 20 seconds, and stay inside as long as you can. In other news, Nintendo dropped a surprise direct on the 26th, and announced that the Xenoblade Chronicles remake would have a release date of May 29, as well as an epilogue story included with the game. Other announcements were a port of the BioShock Collection, Borderlands, XCOM 2, Catherine Full Body, Burnout Paradise, and Star Wars Jedi Academy. The Direct also revealed that a character from the ARMS video game would be the next Smash Fighter, and we got more details on Bravely Default 2 and the Pokémon Sword and Shield DLC. Let's hope that these upcoming games can hold us over during quarantine. One last bit of news for today. The International Olympic Committee has postponed the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games to the following year due to the rapid growing COVID-19 pandemic. And since we're on the subject of COVID-19, celebrities such as Tom Hanks, his wife Rita Wilson, and Idris Elba have tested positive, as well as Senator Rand Paul, and convicted rapist Harvey Weinstein. We'll update you more on this pandemic in the future. Well, that's all the time we have. Tune in next time for another edition of Doge News. See you soon. Alright Zeems, I'm gonna go check up on Ray.
You bet.
Ray, could I speak with you?
I suppose so.
Look, I just want to know what's going on. Who are you really, and what's the deal with the orange stuff?
I can't. You wouldn't understand.
At least help me try to understand. I want to help you, but I can't do anything if I don't know the truth.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Alright. I guess I have some explaining to do.
So let me get this straight, you're a clone of some guy's dead wife, and this Shinji kid is technically your brother, and the both of you were forced into some giant robot of sorts.
Essentially yes.
Well, I guess that explains most of everything. Well, to be fair, I kinda got lost on some parts. Sorry about that. Oh, one more thing. Our rat friends left this on the ship. I thought you might want it. Well, I should probably be going.
Wait. This spaceman Stan. Who was he?
Spaceman Stan was my father. I don't really like talking about what happened to him.
I mustn't run away.
Pardon?
That is what Shinji said to himself. I mustn't run away.
Zeems, don't start without me.
What is this?
Oh, they're just playing Super Smash Brothers.
Super Smash Brothers?
You've never played? Here, I'll show you the ropes. It's very simple.
Your Majesty, I've come with horrible news.
Go on then.
2 of our men have been killed, and 1 of our ships have been destroyed.
Nonsense. Our ships are indestructible.
See for yourself.
This is Phil to Rat Kingdom. I have found the spawn of Lilith. Oh my god.
The spawn of Lilith? The interior of the ship. It looks familiar. Where was our ship's last location?
At Kroger's, Your Majesty. What should we do?
Ready my ship. I'm going to find this spawn of Lilith.
Indeed, Your Majesty.
So Spaceman Stan, you dare to show yourself on these lands again. No matter, this time, you won't be so lucky. Let's go Big Chungus. We have a score to settle.
Your Majesty, are you sure you want to go along with this?
Indeed I am. If what I saw was real, then both the spawn of Lilith and Spaceman Stan are somewhere roaming in the galaxy. Which means I can finally enact revenge on the spaceman for his crimes against the Rat Kingdom.
Can we really be sure that it's Spaceman Stan?
Of course it is. No one else has a ship like his. As for you, Thomas, you will help us trace the whereabouts of the spaceman, and if you fail me, I'll make sure that you become part of Chungus's balanced breakfast.
I understand, Your Majesty.
Enough talking, it's time we get on board.
Well Zeems, I've thought long and hard about it, but we're going to have to install a defense system for the ship. Do you know where we can find an arms dealer around here?
I do know someone. He's more of a mechanic, but he does sell weapons. His name is Murphy, and we can travel to his location.
How long do you think it'll take to get there?
Approximately 48 hours, give or take a few.
All right then, set course for Murphy's.
Will do.
Doge, you need to see this.
Hello? Anyone in there? Hello? Are you gonna open the door at any time?
Should we let them in?
No, I'm not letting anyone else on my ship.
Well, they don't look very threatening.
And how are you so sure about that? They could be just like those rats.
I just have a feeling that they might be friendly.
You have a feeling?
Yes.
All right then, bring them on board.
Catch me, catch me, catch me, catch me! Ow!
What's your favorite thing about space? Mine is space.
I am not dead! I'm not dead! I can't move though, that's the problem now.
So, who might you two be?
Oh, this is brilliant. We can go wherever we want. Just hold on though, where are we going? Seriously. Hang on, let me just get my bearings.
Zeems, Ray, could you two figure out who exactly these two are?
Sure.
Space. Gotta go to space. Lady. Ooh, 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 lady. Ooh, lady. Ooh. Let's go to space. Space. Go into space. Can't wait. Space.
Hello, I'm Doge, and welcome to another edition of Doge News, where we bring you the latest scoop on movies, games, and world events. Let's start off with some breaking news. President Donald Trump has extended social distancing guidelines until the end of April to combat the COVID-19 virus. Globally, there are 1.3 million cases, 78,000 deaths, and 294,000 recoveries. We'll update you more on the COVID-19 virus in the future. In other news, Joe Biden, Democratic candidate for the 2020 election, has been recently accused of sexually assaulting Tara Reid, a former Biden staffer, who came forward that in 1993, Joe Biden inappropriately touched and sexually assaulted her. Surprisingly, many big news media outlets have been rather silent on the issue, and many people have blamed positive media bias towards Biden. I for one would like to vote for someone who hasn't had a history of sexual misconduct. Is that too much to ask for? One last bit of news for today. The upcoming PlayStation 4 title, The Last of Us Part 2, has been delayed indefinitely due to logistic concerns over the COVID-19 virus. It wasn't but a while ago that the game was caught under fire, after it was reported that developer Naughty Dog was forcing its workers to do crunch time, an unfortunate but common practice in the gaming industry. Let's wish Naughty Dog staff the best of luck and health in this unprecedented time. Well, that's all the time we have. Tune in next time for another edition of Doge News. See you soon.
Space, comets, stars, galaxies, Orion. Are we in space yet? What's the hold up? Gotta go to space. Gotta go to space!
So, did you find out anything?
We figured out what their names are. The blue ball calls himself Wheatley, and since the orange ball likes to talk about space, we decided to call him Spaceballs.
Wheatley and Spaceballs. My name's Doge, the captain of this ship. I'll let you two stay, just as long as you both behave yourselves. Now, could you take one of them into your rooms? I'm gonna take a bit of a nap.
Oh boy, it's baseball time. Dad.
Oh, hey there, son.
Dad, why do you have the ship? I thought you promised me that you'd play baseball with me.
Well,
You're leaving again, aren't you?
Son, I know you wanted to go play baseball today, but there's been a change of plans. I'm sorry.
Why can't I ever go with you?
Son, you know that it's dangerous out there. Tell you what, when I come back, we can go play baseball. How does that sound?
Sure. I guess so.
Stan, are we going or not?
In a minute. I'll make it up to you, son, I promise.
Sure you will.
Come on, sweetie, let's go bake some cookies.
Don't worry, Dad, we're almost there.